Hi, Algebra 1. We're going to look at 9-1, graphing quadratic functions. And I thought since this is just our first experience with graphing quadratic functions, I'd go ahead and do that homework with you. Okay, so my first equation, y equals 2x squared plus 4x minus 6. I already know that it's going to open like a U because a is 2. I know that my y-intercept is -6, so that's down here. I can already make that point. And I've got my graphing calculator, and I'm going to type it in. 2x squared plus 4x minus 6 graph. All right, so that's what my graph looks like. If I do second table, that gives me my ordered pairs. And I look, ooh, there's my vertex right there, -1, -8. I can tell because it goes 10, 0, -6, -8, and then it turns and goes back up. Okay, so -4 and 10, that's like right here. 3, 0, -3, 0. Right here, -2, -6 is right here. It's a skinny one. -1, -8. Okay, and then I think mirror image, this one's going to be right here. And this one's going to be up here. All right, so I just kind of sketch it in. All right, okay, I go back to y equals, clear that one. X squared plus 2x minus 1. So I already know that my y-intercept is -1. Okay. This one looks a little bit wider. Okay. Second table gives me my ordered pairs. Oh, there's my vertex right there. -1, -2. Okay. -1, -2. We already said the y-intercept is -1. And if I go from there, it's 1, 2, 2, 7, okay, and 14 is not going to fit. Okay, so then I just do my mirror image, okay. And I sketch in my parabola. Okay. Because my vertex was -1, -8, I know that my range is going to be y is greater than or equal to -8. -1, -2. So my range y is going to be greater than or equal to -2. Last one. Y equals clear x squared minus 6x minus 3. So it's got a y-intercept at -3. Graph, ooh, that's low one. Goes lower than that -10. Okay, so that one will better look at that table. Oh, -12, see? 3, -12 is my vertex. 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, way down the bottom. Okay, I'm going to work this way. So I've got 2, -11. Oops, did I put that? No, that's right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1 is -8. My y-intercept is -3. When it's -1, it's 4. And then it kind of goes way up to the top. It's going to fit. Okay. So then I do my mirror image. And it's just a sketch, but I like to see those ordered pairs, then I know you're doing it right. Okay? Because my vertex is at 3, -12, okay, that means my range y is going to be greater than or equal to -12. Okay? So I can put that aside for a while. And I'm going to look at the pictures in the book because numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 all deal with a picture. And all you have to do is you look at it and say, okay, what's my vertex? Well, the vertex for number 5 is 1, and it goes up 5. So the vertex is -1, 5. So my axis of symmetry is x equals -1, and my y-intercept is at 3. Okay? All right, number 6, -2, -3. So my vertex is -2, -3, and I can just tell that by looking. It's just a little counting thing. My axis of symmetry is the same as my coordinate of my vertex, and my y-intercept, it crosses the y-axis at 1. Number 7, -2, -12. Now notice it goes by 2's. Okay, my axis of symmetry is x equals -2. It crosses the y-axis at -4. Okay, number 8, my vertex is 0, 5. It means my axis of symmetry is x equals 0, because it's the y-axis. And my y-intercept is 5. Okay? And again, all I did was look at the picture and identify things. Now, the next ones, I got to do a little bit of math. So, when I've got an equation, a is 2, b is -1, so my axis of symmetry uses this formula, the opposite of a over 2, or the opposite of b over 2a. So I'm going to have -2 over 2 times -1, and that's -2 over -2, which is 1. So my axis of symmetry is x equals 1. Well, I already know the y-intercept. That's the y-intercept. The y-intercept is 1. The vertex, I've just got to put 1 back in. So the opposite of 1 squared plus 2 times 1 plus 1, well, that's -1 plus 2 plus 1 equals 2. So my vertex is 1, 2. Because remember, my axis of symmetry gives me my x-coordinate. Okay? All right. Opposite of b over 2a, so that's going to be 4 over 2 times 1. 4 over 2 equals 2, so my axis of symmetry is 2. The x-coordinate of my vertex is 2, and then I've got to plug in 2 and do the math. 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 5. 2 squared is 4 minus 8 plus 5. That's going to give me 1. So my vertex is 2, 1. My y-intercept is 5. Okay? So it's always easy. You could do the y-intercept first, because that's just whatever c is. Okay? So I got to do my axis of symmetry, opposite of b over 2a, so that's going to be 8 over 2 times 4, 8 over 8 equals 1. So my axis of symmetry is x equals 1. That's also the x-coordinate of my vertex. Got to do a little math. 4 times 1 squared minus 8 times 1 plus 9. 4 minus 8 plus 9 equals 5. So my vertex is 1, 5. Hope that helps. Did I do that right?